And good morning, everybody. It's time now for Putnam County Today here on 94.3 WREB. With us from the Putnam County Emergency Food Pantry is Judy Miller. And Judy, you know, we talked about people and how they give a little bit in around Christmas, Thanksgiving, that time. But first of the year, things kind of dry up, don't they?
They do dry up. We've seen a big drop in the donations. The ones who give every month have been coming in, but the extras we're not getting.
Okay, and you've got some numbers. I think people are kind of interested. We noticed that last week that the jobless number came down a little bit in Putnam County, but it really doesn't affect you, does it?
Doesn't affect us. Actually, our numbers have gone way up.
Okay.
We were closed 4 days this month due to the weather, and 1 day because it was a holiday. So in the 9 days that we've been open this month, we have served 216 households, and of that, that's 673 actual members of the household. And that equates to 6,057 meals that have gone out. In 4 days, which was a week ago Tuesday, a week ago Thursday, or I'm sorry, a week ago Tuesday, a week ago Thursday, today, and then this past Monday and Tuesday, we have served 416 household members for a total of 3,744 meals. That's way over our normal give out, and our shelves are pretty empty again. And you wonder why, with so many donations that we got in the end of November and December, when you send that many meals out, it takes everything off the shelves. I have ordered food 3 times this week and picked it up twice, have another order to pick up, and as a consequence to that, that takes it out of our bank account, and so our monetary amount that we have in the bank account is no longer a good balance. So, if you want to come down and talk to me about all this, you're more than welcome to, because we struggle, and we struggle every day with trying to figure out what we're going to do. Whether we're going to close another day of the week, which means everybody that comes in 3 days is going to come in 2 days. So it's a hard decision to make, and what we can do to still help people, but to keep food on the shelves.
Now, do you got any food drives in the near future that are being planned?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I had someone say to me at the chamber dinner last week that they would try to put something together, but it's still in the thinking stage. So when that will be, I don't know. They did one over Christmas, so I don't know that they can get it approved to do one so soon.
Right. Now, people in the community, they can not only go out and get food and bring to the food pantry, but you guys take monetary donations.
We do take monetary donations, and that's what we can use to go and purchase the items that we need to go in the boxes. We do not purchase things that go on what we call our extra shelves, which is the cream soups and the most of the canned beans, like black beans. We don't put those in the boxes because so many people don't want those. We purchase the green beans and the corn and the mac and cheese and the cereals, fruit. I've got a list in front of me of the things that we could really use as far as groceries, and that would be fruit, pork and beans, mixed vegetables, peas, carrots, the soups, specifically chicken noodle, vegetable, bean and bacon, and tomato. The individual instant cereals, like the oatmeal instant cereals that come in the little bags for 1 serving, mac and cheese, and little boxes of 100% vitamin C juice. We use those for the boxes that we send out for one person, and they get 3 of those, so they've got 1 a day for 3 days so that they get some vitamin C. And then, of course, the money is greatly appreciated, so we can use it to purchase the items that we don't have donated.
Now, one thing that we have talked about in the past too And I think it's good to kind of bring this up. Everybody's kind of tired of winter, so it's always good to start talking about spring. But, you know, like last year, I know personally our farm donated some fresh eggs to you guys, and, you know, that's a great thing. But, you know, put an extra couple of plants in the garden for the food pantry, because it does make a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference. This past year, the Putnamville Correctional Agency had a huge garden, and they shared much of the produce with us, as well as the Greencastle Community Garden that DePaul kind of oversaw. They brought us especially tomatoes. And you know, the people who come to us, they really love getting the tomatoes and the squash and the onions and all of that fresh produce. Meant a lot to those. This fall, Chandler Orchard has brought us bushels of apples.
Great.
And you know, people come in, you've got apples, they love getting those apples. We had a couple of families that donated 50 pounds of potatoes that they had purchased. And that happened about 4 times. And you got potatoes this week. We can really have homemade vegetable soup or potato soup with the potatoes in them. And you've got to be there to see how these people love getting the fresh produce. We struggle down there sometimes when we've got boxes of tomatoes or the squash and we don't know where to put them, but we find a place to put them and we give them out. And it's amazing. I love to see the people's faces when we say we've got that.
And, you know, I think a lot of people, you know, they have small gardens here in the city, you know, an extra plant or two for the food pantry that's just designated for the food pantry. It doesn't take a lot of space or a lot of extra time either.
No, it doesn't. The time is maybe keeping the weeds around the plant, but go out and put grass clippings around them or
exactly.
Newspaper. It'll help to keep the weeds down. And then pick them and bring them into us. We'll put them to good use.
Now, Judy, tell us a little bit about the process you guys have when people come in to get different items from the food pantry.
We have a card that we fill out, and on that card we put their name, address, the phone number. We list everybody in the household with their birthdays, so I can keep record of how many adults and children that we take care of. Then on the back of the card we put down the dates that they come in, and we also check their addresses and how much income they have. We do ask for the amount of food stamps, pension, child support that they get. And that helps us to decide to say, okay, you can come twice a month, or you can come once a month, or you can come, you know, anytime after the 23rd of the month if you need it. For instance, we've got a gentleman that usually comes in real close to the end of the month because he can't make it on the food stamps and what he gets. And he doesn't have that much coming in. But he might come in 6 times a year like that. Then we have one lady that comes in and she has $400 a month to live on. And she'll come in 1 or 2 times a year. She doesn't go to any other food pantries. She makes it. I don't know how, but I admire her. She always dresses nice. She goes to garage sales, I know, to get her clothes, or to Goodwill. She doesn't have a lot, but she's a happy person. She always comes in with a smile and she leaves with a smile.
Sounds great. Well, we want to remind folks how they can get a hold of you if they have any donations or any questions for the food pantry.
You can call the food pantry 301-4431. We are open Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 9 to noon. For emergencies, you can call 721-6228. And if possible, I will meet you down there to give you food or to make arrangements for delivery of a donation. We are closed when the Greencastle schools are closed due to weather. So please listen to the radio, WREB, or on the news. I know they they put the school closings on Channel 8 and Channel 13, I know. So listen to that. Monetary donations, food donations, we appreciate everything we get. We don't waste it. Come down and visit us. Give me a call if you want to visit. We'll make arrangements to give you a tour of the food pantry and talk to you a little bit more about what we do.
All right, well, thank you, Judy. We appreciate it. Don't forget, if you're a nonprofit group or community organization, you'd like some free airtime here on WREB, you too can be a part of Putnam County Today. Just give us a call at 653-9717.